Breaking news this Monday morning, there is an hour still left in the original launch window, and NASA has already decided to scrub today's launch of the Artemis 1 mission. And that's not all we're working on this morning.
The Deep South bracing for deep water.
We had to gut it inside. All of the walls had to be out.
As meteorologists predict historic flooding. And students who faced uncertainty in high school start their college career with optimism.
My classes have been really great so far, and I'm able to actually speak and look at my professors in person.
These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Amanda Gray.
And I'm Julian Davis. Today is Monday, August 29th, 2022.
Live from the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
Back to today's breaking news. The Artemis 1 mission will still happen, just not in August as scheduled. The Artemis 1 that was scheduled to launch this morning has been delayed.
The launch window was between 8:33 and 10:33 this morning from Cape Canaveral. NASA scrubbed it after a series of operational problems with the rocket and fueling, thus preventing liftoff. Now it is not clear when NASA will try the launch again, but the anticipated backup dates are set for September 2nd and 5th. The storm that's bringing historic flooding to the Jackson, Mississippi area is now expected to affect neighboring states, including Florida. CNN's Amy Kiley has more on the state of emergency in the Jackson area.
The sandbags are down in Jackson, Mississippi. At least 100 homes are at risk as floodwaters rise.
Pearl River is forecast to crest today at 35.5 feet.
During breaks in the days of rain, some residents left town.
We're going to get out of here for safety. We got a truck loaded up.
There's my car, you stuck. Can't drive, it's too low.
Many who live here remember the punishing floods of 2020.
The whole house was damaged. We had to gut it inside. All of the walls had to be out. We lost everything.
Other areas of Mississippi could flood, and even parts of neighboring states.
We're looking at showers and thunderstorms, increasing the flood threat across portions of Texas, southern Louisiana, and a good portion of Florida.
The water cycle that we learned in 7th grade is completely unpredictable now.
Climate scientists warn the latest droughts and floods in the U.S. and other parts of the world won't be the last.
We've built major cities next to these bodies of water, and we've built modern supply chains based on predictable weather patterns of the last, couple hundred years, and all of that is up in the air right now.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
As devastating floods ravage Pakistan, military helicopters are rescuing victims trapped throughout the country. The death toll has risen to 1,000 people and is expected to keep rising in Pakistan this morning. More than 33 million people have been affected by the floods in what is being called an unprecedented climate catastrophe. The Pakistani army is helping with relief and rescue operations, and the government is calling for international aid.
A disappointing loss for the Marlins after being blown out by the Los Angeles Dodgers here at home. The Fish weren't able to do much after Dodgers pitcher Julio Urias pitched 6 impeccable innings. The final score was a whopping 8-1. The Marlins will play the Dodgers again for their final game of their series at 6:40 tonight.
$3 movie tickets this weekend only.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
Many people have become accustomed to, just in general, doing online courses easier.
We're checking in with this year's class of college freshmen who are 1 week into their next chapter after some very unpredictable high school years. We'll be back in just 2 minutes.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
If a natural disaster shows up at your doorstep, you can't just turn it away. That's why it's important to prepare for emergencies before they show up. Go to ready.gov/plan to find the tools and tips you need. And make a plan today.
You really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One week in, and this year's crop of college freshmen are looking forward to turning the page on their hybrid high school years. With COVID, many of us miss life on campus, but this year's upcoming freshmen were able to begin their first semester in person.
Our own freshman Samantha Gutierrez has more on their next chapter.
Over the past couple years, COVID has made students question how their schooling will turn out. Now that we're going into our second year in person, we asked college freshmen here in South Florida what they expect from their college careers.
It started when I was in 10th grade. One of my teachers actually got COVID. And I felt like I really wasn't learning as much because I feel it was kind of weird. Unless there's more cases, I don't expect it to affect much because I just feel it's back to normal.
Following the COVID-19 induced shift into remote working, students are increasingly looking into digital learning to replace their in-person education. In fact, 37% of undergrad and grad students felt that online learning was better than in-classroom lessons, and only 15% stated that online courses weren't as effective. And the majority, out of 48% of students, felt that online learning was just as effective as face-to-face instruction.
Many people have become accustomed to, just in general, doing online courses easier. So I guess it will keep on and maybe even evolve to that. Maybe in-person will become a scarcity, who knows, in the future.
Because of COVID, I didn't form relationships with my teachers my junior year. But now that I'm in college, I'm looking forward to everything being back to normal. My classes have been really great so far, and I'm able to actually speak and look at my professors in person.
Although the future is still uncertain, it is undisputable that hopes are high for this upcoming class. Here at FIU for South Florida Media Network, I'm Samantha Gutierrez.
Save the date because National Cinema Day is just around the corner. On September 3rd, moviegoers will be able to buy tickets for just $3 at participating theaters, including major chains like AMC and Regal Cinemas. After many took a hit with the rise of streaming platforms, this deal is sure to bring people back into theaters.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Julian Davis.
I'm Amanda Gray. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.